I'm going to try to avoid becoming the captain of cringe or the sultan of salt here on today's video and just run through it real quick, but I absolutely know that the stakes of this video don't matter at all. We're not life-changing or changing the world or really doing anything here today, but I really hate April Fool's Day. Now, I know, it's supposed to be a fun day where everyone has fun and they talk about Butterfinger mayonnaise and, I don't know, peanut butter condoms and whatever else you want to talk about. I don't know, robots that you put up your butt and all of a sudden they come out your mouth and they're a whole nother person. I don't know, crazy products that some people wish were real, not me, asking for a friend. Here's my thing with April Fools. One of my biggest pet peeves ever of all time is people purposely getting other people's hopes up for something that they want and then taking it away. No, I'm not talking about the butt robot. Or am I? But one of the things I've seen with a lot of people online is that this is not just a corporate cringe holiday anymore. It's never really been a holiday, but it's not just the corporate cringe one where you have a bunch of unpaid interns who have to do their job. They're probably paid, but very little. And they have to essentially come up with this marketing scheme, right? No, I don't blame these people. I don't blame the people that actually come up with this stuff at the company, right? Like, you're doing your absolute best. I bet your boss is above you, barking at you, because it's a day for free publicity for your brand. Say that you're Snickers, and Snickers didn't do this, I'm just using them as an example, and they want to say that they made a tar-flavored Snickers bar or something, right? The point is that it's so outlandish and ridiculous that everybody's now talking about Snickers, and from a brand perspective, even though it's a gross kind of Snickers, there will be a subset of people who are like, damn, I want me a Snickers bar. That's going to be really good. I love me some Snickers bars. You know, they're going to be like that, and they're not themselves when they're hungry, so they'll go out, they'll get one, and all of a sudden, boom, bang, they're done, and that company made a bunch of money. Same goes for any other candy company, any pop company, soda, any movie company, etc. But my problem with this is, one, sometimes these companies announce products that people actually want, and then they go back on it. There's a big history of that online that you can look into yourself. But two, it's that now that everybody has a voice online, which, hey, I can't complain too much about. If I didn't have that, I wouldn't have a career, right? So who am I to get mad at some rando for having it too? But the issue I have is that there's a lot of clout chasing. Just a ton of it with this stuff. I've already seen people trying to do things like clout chase off of the Amazing Spider-Man 3 hype and say that Sony announced it and stuff and get thousands of likes and get people's hopes up, and then people are mad in the comments. I've already seen people do all kinds of stuff with trying to announce like, oh, Zack Snyder's coming back to DCEU and get people happy or mad, and then people are upset in the comments either way about it because they either fell for it like a sucker, positively or negatively. And it's weird that you have to keep track on your calendar, right, of this day and just be like, well, I better not get my hopes up or get excited about anything on April 1st ever. And then if you're a company, it's really weird because if you did want to do something serious at all, you borderline have to completely avoid this day because what are you going to do? Half of the consumer base is going to be assuming that it's fake. A small portion like me is just going to be avoiding announcements and not even looking on the internet because they're sick of this bullshit. And then another portion of your audience is going to take it as real. And that portion is still going to be like either not paying attention to what date it is, or they're going to be getting their hopes up, and then if it wasn't real, that would be an absolute disaster, but let's say it is. You've already alienated a good portion of your customer base because they're just not going to pay attention or believe you on this day. This is one of those things that I think really is a corporate cringe type thing that is done by, it really is done by companies to get free publicity. We know that. There's nothing wrong with that specifically. But one thing that I'm really sick of on this day, like I said, is people getting other people's hopes up and just absolutely decimating them. I am a fan of some light trolling, believe it or not. I'm not this super serious person. I know some people really think I am. If you watch like Degenerate Plays, which is my Let's Play channel, yes, I know this is a shameless shout out to myself, but I am trying to grow it. I'm a pretty jokey person. You know, sometimes I get on here and I'll talk about some very serious topics. I'll metaphorically hit you with the 1-2 Chris Brown of ideology, but I do like jokes. I like humor. I like having fun. And I like having a good time and messing around. I do think, though, that there is a mean-spirited version of this. Like, yes, you're not killing anybody, you're not actually hurting anyone when you do this, when you announce, like, The Amazing Spider-Man 3 is happening, and you're on Twitter, and you're just trying to chase likes and clout to get relevance and stuff. I get it. You know what? I do that every day with my videos, but the thing is, I try and be relevant. I try and be truthful. I don't try and get attention off of something outlandish and misleading on purpose that has nothing to do with what I'm talking about, right? My issue with this day is that it's almost like free clickbait pass the day for everyone. And everybody thinks that they're basically the next biggest stand-up comedian of all time. But really they come off, a lot of the times to a lot of people, including me, like the end of Arthur Fleck's stand-up comedy set in The Joker, where he was really trying hard, but it just didn't connect with people. It didn't land. There's kind of this issue with comedy. I know it is subjective completely, and I know that maybe I am just being a crab. I will 100% admit that this day makes me crabby, because I have been let down in the past by this day, where I did, like a sucker, fall for stuff, want it to be real, and then end up feeling like a chump. But I really hate getting people's hopes up for stuff and then dashing them. There's a reason I'm very careful about what I talk about. Even with a lot of rumor stuff, I try and make it very obvious when we talk about that kind of stuff that, like, hey, this might not happen at all. The thing is, nobody does that. Everybody on this day is trying to clout chase, trying to make themselves look like the, source of information that is correct, get a ton of likes, ton of retweets, ton of followers off of it because it's free clickbait the day, and then they bail, and there's a lot of people left upset. I'm really tired of that. I'm tired of today. I feel like I can't even release anything serious ever on April 1st because just no one's going to take it seriously. If I ever cover news, if I ever cover something happening, I might as well just not upload videos on April 1st, which is a sad reality because nobody cares. A good portion of the audience just doesn't pay attention on this day for good reason, and another portion is just constantly getting their heart broken, which I just think is kind of mean-spirited. I'm interested to hear what you think in the comments down below. I know this was a shorter video. Some people ask me, what was the point of this video? I'm not a guru. I don't have a point to every video. It's just something I wanted to rant about today. Interested to hear your thoughts. Please be sure to subscribe if you enjoy this channel, or check out more videos, because we are at, I believe, almost 105,000 subscribers as of today, which I appreciate very, very much. That is thanks to you guys and you guys alone, because, you know, these videos, if people don't watch them, they're just kind of there on the internet. Like, yes, I put the work into them. This one was a bit of a lazy one, I'll admit. But, you know, you guys are the audience that makes them feel alive and come to life and talk in the comments and get together and you know, share ideas. I really appreciate that. I also did want to say a thank you to one of my special patrons today, Seth. Thank you, Seth, so much for helping support our channel. We appreciate you very, very, very much. You are awesome. You are a BAMF, and I actually talked to Seth IRL as well because he's awesome. So, have a fantastic day, and as always, everyone, stay shway. And maybe I don't really hate it. Maybe it was just a prank, bro.